So watching Morning Live now, it draws inspiration from the time she spent in France as part of a L'Atelier residency at the Cité Internationale de Arts in Paris, and the feelings associated with her homecoming on returning to South Africa months later. Well, that's South African painter and intermedia artist Pauline Gutter's first solo exhibition since winning the highly acclaimed Atelier art competition titled Purgatorium. Gutter joins us now to tell us more about her exhibition, which opened at the Absa Gallery on the 7th and then runs until the 25th of September. Good morning. Welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning, Daniel.
What's the exhibition about and what inspired this title?
Well, the title Purgatorium, for me, it's a big reference about the in-between world. If you think about Dante's Inferno, and Purgatorium is a Latin word, so it's purgatory is the English word. So it's about purging, but in this sense, it's about the in-between state. It's not necessarily about going forward. I think it's very much the in-between state that the current South Africa has itself in at the moment.
I mean, you won a residency in France. Talk to us about that. How was that?
Oh, it was life-changing. I mean, spending 6 months in Paris with all the museums and the influence. There was 320 other artists from around the world living together and interacting and bouncing ideas. And I mean, staying in Paris, you have a big opportunity to travel a lot. I traveled a lot in Europe and visit amazing exhibitions.
Now, I believe this exhibition was inspired by an event that you saw when you returned to South Africa. Talk to us about that.
Well, it was very much when I returned to folk dancing in South Africa, Afrikaans folk dancing, 10 to 100 years. And when I was in Paris, I started with stone lithography. And my work is very much based on mark making and how I use movement. And in that sense, also purgatory, you know, like some traditions that's been purged from society. And I think in a way, if you think about modern technology, people are just communicating like this. But when you play folk dancing, you actually interact with other people, you are dancing with somebody. So in that sense, I think dancing in a great sense is a very important aspect. Yeah.
Let's talk about the significance of bulls in your exhibition. What is that? What is the significance of that?
For me, bulls, it represents power, but also some of the bulls, you don't know if they if they lose their feeding or if they're sitting down or if they're standing up. So it's also, in that sense, the in-between world.
That stay in France, how did that change your perspective on art and the artist that you were before you left and the artist that you are now?
I think a lot of the influence and things is it's a long time that things develop. If you think about painting, I'm mainly a painter. It's a very time-based medium that you use. And in that sense, the essence of Paris inspired me a lot.
Speak to us about the lithographs. I mean, we touched a little bit on it earlier. You studied that while you were in France as well. What interest did you take in it?
When I finished the Cité in Paris, I was invited to go to the Atelier Le Grand Village in the south of France, and I was working there with Francis van der Riet, and Christian Diedrichs was also their resident at the time. But the stone lithography, it's a limestone. So instead of working straight, you work flat, and you have it's based on the concept that water and oil doesn't mix. So you work with an oil medium, and then you etch it, and then you keep the stone wet. So the ink only sticks to the places where it's etched.
Yeah. Who are some of the artists that have influenced the direction that your art has taken?
Well, I think there's a lot, but I love Anselm Kiefer's work very much. That energy, that putting something out there, and Michael Boremans is a great inspiration for me. And I also love the painter Simon Ling. The way he works with oil, it's incredible.
Now let's rewind back to 2013. You winning Absa Atelier. What had attracted you to the competition in the first place?
Well, when I was a student, there wasn't really many competitions in the Free State for Free State artists to enter, and Atelier is something I remember as a student. You always see the poster winning 6 months in Paris. So was actually a dream that I had long ago. But I've been a full-time artist, so I've won other competitions as well. And but I mean, this one was just incredible.
And what was that like? And did that validate the work that you had decided to enter for the competition? You winning, that is.
Well, the work was something I was thinking a lot about, and it first started with a video, and then it became an interactive installation. And but I think it's what I liked about the work. I've done a few of those installation works, but it's more in the tongue in the cheek, but in the tradition of make strange. You know, it's something that is so it's so off that it becomes funny. And
Okay, so give us details of the exhibition. When does it end? What times? All those details.
Well, the exhibition ends on the 25th of September, and anybody who wants to attend the opening, after the exhibition, it's normal hours, I think 9 till 4, and you just have to take your ID with you because it's a bank. But I think it's an incredible exhibition to view, and I mean, almost all the big paintings have already sold, and and.
All right. Pauline, thank you so much for talking to us. She's a painter, an intermedia artist, Pauline Gutter, speaking to us about her first solo exhibition since winning the highly acclaimed Atelier art competition in 2013. It's titled Purgatorium, which runs from the 7th to the 25th of September at the SABC Gallery in Johannesburg.